Welcome to the XFO Intelligence Podcast. Here, we try to go beyond the headlines, to really explore the structural forces that are shaping business, technology, and our future. So today, we're going to dismantle, really, the most common story you hear about artificial intelligence. You know the one, the narrative that AI is this tidal wave, right? Coming to just replace all human workers. But our deep research, it points to a fundamentally different reality. And it's a reality that, frankly, strategists and leaders have to understand if they want to create real value. This reality is what researchers have termed the jagged technological frontier. So what does that actually mean? Okay, imagine this. You have a new tool. It's incredibly powerful, but it's also really specialized. So for certain jobs, it performs with a level of speed and precision you've just never seen before. But then for a job that looks almost identical, it's not just bad, it's counterproductive. It just makes a complete mess. And that's modern AI. Its capability isn't a smooth, rising curve. It's a jagged line, full of sharp peaks and deep valleys. The peaks, those are the tasks inside the frontier. This is where AI delivers just jaw-dropping gains. I mean, think of a financial analyst using AI to synthesize a decade of earnings reports in what, minutes? Or a creative team generating 50 distinct marketing slogans in 30 seconds. In these domains, the productivity and quality improvements they're undeniable, but just one step to the side and you can fall right into a valley. These are the tasks outside the frontier, and this is where the AI just falters. It can't read the subtle nonverbal cue from a CEO in an interview. It can't weigh a decision against a company's deepest ethical values. It can't integrate all this conflicting, nuanced information to make a truly strategic judgment call. On these tasks, relying on AI, well, it can lead to poor decisions, embarrassing errors, or worse. And look, this isn't a bug. It's a feature of our current AI architecture. And understanding this is probably the most important strategic challenge of the decade. The goal, then, is not full automation. No, the goal is effective collaboration. And this completely reframes the value of human expertise. The most critical skill in an AI-augmented economy, it's not prompt engineering, it's judgment. It's that metacognitive ability to recognize the boundaries of the frontier. It's knowing when to hand a task to the AI and, crucially, when to hold it back. It's knowing how to question and validate and enrich the AI's output with your own domain knowledge. The most effective organizations are already building systems around this very reality. They're developing what you might call Centaur workflows. It's where a human expert delegates all that analytical heavy lifting to the AI, right? But they retain control over the strategy, the review, and the final integration. Exciting. This symbiosis, it elevates human talent. It allows your best people to offload that 80% of routine work and focus their energy on the 20% that creates real breakthrough value. So, okay, how does an organization even begin to navigate this terrain? Well, it starts with a simple three-phase approach. In the first 12 months, it's map and pilot. First, you identify your key business tasks and you assess them. Which ones are inside the AI frontier, which are clearly outside. Then you launch small, controlled pilot programs, test that human-AI collaboration on those inside the frontier tasks. And at the same time, you have to establish your foundational governance, just basic rules for risk assessment and ethical use. Then, over the next, say, 3 years, you scale. You develop internal training that teaches employees how to navigate, not just use AI. You embed your governance frameworks right into the core processes, and you build teams who are dedicated to constantly refining these new hybrid workflows. And the long-term vision here is a state of mature symbiosis, a system where technology handles the scale and humans drive the judgment and the innovation.
You're continuously monitoring how the frontier shifts as the AI models improve, of course. But your core capability, your organization's ability to navigate that boundary, that remains your competitive advantage. So, the jagged frontier, it's not a temporary inconvenience, it's a permanent feature of the landscape. And it proves, I think, that the future isn't about technology replacing humanity, but about technology amplifying it. The organizations that master this navigation, they won't just thrive, they will define the next era of value creation. Thank you for joining us on the XFO Intelligence Podcast. If this deep dive provided you with maybe a new lens on AI strategy, please do show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. It really helps. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. As you look at your own role or your own organization, where is that jagged frontier for you? What tasks fall clearly inside it, and what crucial value-driving tasks fall clearly outside?